Thanks very much. Welcome back. This is The One. Tonight we're seeing if our psychics can diagnose hidden medical issues in people they've never met. Now, a quick reminder, we've got Paul. He's had a kidney transplant. Terence has emphysema, glaucoma. He's also had a lot of skin cancers cut from his body. Sarah is a below-the-knee amputee. Ross, he had a stroke, and Joel has broken 17 bones throughout his body. Now, you never come across an accident scene and hear the words, "Let me through, I'm a psychic." But considering what we've seen so far tonight, I mean, you could do a lot worse. Let's see if our psychics have the paranormal strength to work out what is wrong with our patients.
I've had a kidney transplant 5 years ago. I received that from my sister, and everything's good now, fit and healthy, and I'm looking forward to tonight, seeing if they can pick it.
I can feel the Reiki move up your neck to your eyes and in behind your right eye. And to me, this would indicate headaches. I feel that there's an inflammation in the abdomen on the front of you. I feel that it's digestive in nature, like large intestine, small intestine, so I'd say inflammation of the large and small intestine.
He kind of got around the abdomen area, which is where the kidney's placed, so that was a positive thing.
Okay, I feel a lot of blockages in the throat. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I feel like something happened in the throat area here. I'm going to keep working down. I'm feeling trouble around here, and I am reminded of kidneys, pancreas, but not being a doctor, I can't quite identify what I'm feeling there, but I feel like there's been some surgery around this area somewhere, which would have been to one of the major organs.
When Charmaine said kidneys, I was pretty surprised. I think that turned me from being a little bit sceptical to, yeah, like, wow, she's pretty good.
I'm here because of really occurring skin cancer, glaucoma, emphysemic damage, and a fatigue problem.
When I stand next to you, I feel fairly strong within myself, I have to say that. But what I'm actually feeling here is some deadness in the legs, and I feel like that's causing me a little bit of problem moving. To me, I feel this is to do with the spine or the back area, which has actually caused that. But it feels to me like a problem in that area down there through the legs.
I'm not sure exactly what he meant by that.
Okay, coming to the top of the head, definite problem with the eyes. Yeah, this could be ongoing, you've had surgery.
And if she had gone so far as to say glaucoma, you'd say God, you know, get the AMA to recognize her immediately.
I feel that it is your heart rather than your lungs that the energy is going to. However, your lungs are not optimal either. You may have been a smoker because I can sense scarring on the lungs, but I think that the main problem here is that the heart is damaged.
Smoking, yes, he's correct on that. Interestingly enough, I was the only person that he brought that up with.
I'm a below-knee amputee. I lost my leg as a result of a motorbike accident 9 months ago. It was a major trauma accident.
The left side of your belly button area, just up, I get this squeezing sensation. Oh, bad cramp.
Oh. Overall, I really don't feel that she picked up much of significance. I couldn't really relate to what she was saying.
I feel groovy energy with Sarah before I even start. So dancing's fantastic. I think you love a lot of dancing. It's really good for your cardiovascular system. I feel that you do aerobics to push back that aerobic barrier. So I think you have really healthy lungs.
That was very accurate, and that was pre-accident. I was a bit of a gym junkie and have done a lot of dancing in my life, so he was right there.
A lot of tension in the shoulders with you, lots and lots of tension. The tension speaks to maybe an injury at one stage there that may have actually affected your upper spine at one point. In my feeling, it's like there's something happened that caused pain that you would have had a lot of time in physio for or something. That's what I'm thinking there. You've had a hard run, lady.
She was really close, and she was really spot on about the physio. I went through 2 months of rehabilitation, constant physiotherapy, and still am.
I suffered a stroke 7 years ago, and it's left me with a number of deficits. I have what's called hemiparesis on the right-hand side of my body, so I have no sensation. If we shake hands, I can't feel it. I've been left with epilepsy, and I've also lost 30% of my vision.
I feel the Reiki going to your lungs, so that you do need to practice breathing, practice pushing back that aerobic barrier. It feels like your lungs are not working to capacity.
I don't think Jason hit the nail on the head. He talked about lungs and aerobic capacity with myself. There's not been any change whatsoever.
I don't know if there was something to do with a blood clot with you. Like maybe I'm reminded, if you were a spirit person, I would have said you would have had a stroke at one point, and that perhaps you were affected by that, but you've become good, if that makes sense. I just feel quite stiff, but I feel like I can barely speak out of one side of my mouth. That's all I'm picking up on you, but I feel like it's this side, and I feel like there's been quite extensive rehabilitation for you to get back there.
I cannot believe how accurate Charmaine was. Truly amazing. She picked everything with myself. Stroke, right side of my body, the mouth, and I basically feel I'd love her as a doctor.
Fracture crack. I'm seeing like a crack or a fracture. I keep hearing whack.
She did mention a fracture, and it's most interesting. For the last 3 months I'm recovering from a clavicle fracture, so it was absolutely correct.
Don't be nervous, mate. I'm nervous enough for all of us, okay?
My injuries from my career of being a dirt bike rider, I've fractured a lot of bones in my body, the worst probably being my heel, but all up I've probably fractured 17 bones to date, so they're going to have a field day with me.
I feel like one knee doesn't work very well, okay, when I'm standing here talking to you, and a pain in an elbow, I have to say, so it feels like an elbow pain. That could be to do with a break of some sort of a fracture or something. I feel like, too, there might have been some sort of problem in a rib area or around the rib area at one stage, too. I don't know whether that was a crack or a break, but it feels to me like some sort of damage around there. So to me, it feels like the body's had a bit of a battering, I have to say, you know.
He mentioned that my ribs had some pain, or maybe a fracture there, which was also true. And he actually got the right side, which 3 of these ribs on the side that he was talking about have been fractured.
I get a tingle in the left foot. All the meridians from the ankle to the toes of the left foot, they're all tingling like it's on fire.
With the tingling in my left foot, that was happening on stage as he was saying it, which was, I was a little bit surprised to hear that, and that was because it couldn't have been more accurate at the time.
Okay. Muscle problems connected with your eyes. Your energy's different just here too. Energy's definitely different in this area.
My expectations of what powers the psychic people may actually hold were, you know, probably pretty small, but after seeing them really pinpoint some of the problems, yeah, I think I might be a bit of a believer now.
Well done to Amanda, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks to our 5 patients, Paul, Karen, Sarah, Ross, and Joel. Thanks for being part of the one. Stacey and Richard. Comes down to you two now. Charmaine did pretty well there. She picked up the kidney condition, she got the eyes, the accident trauma, she had the blood clot, which led to the stroke.
When you make a lot of guesses, you're bound to get some of them right, and Charmaine did well to get as many as she did.
So you think that if you just stood there in front of 5 people and went, let's see, you might have had a broken arm, throat condition, sore toe, gammy leg, whatever.
You're bound to get some right.
Some of them.
Absolutely.
Stacey.
What I saw was somebody who didn't make a hell of a lot of guesses. Yeah, sure, she got some wrong, but the majority were very deliberate, very clear. I see a stroke. I see a blood clot. Anyone here watching that would have to agree that it was impressive.
I will say our stroke victim wasn't standing up perfectly straight and might have given something away. I don't want to rely on that.
Guys, I'm sorry.
Right?
I'll get... Yeah. That's number 24 out of the skeptic's little poo-poo book, really.
Okay. You have plenty of time and issues to debate as the one